All right, YouTube. We didn't go to the local pew pew place today, but I have something to show you. Where is the really bad one? Hang on, let me get my light on this. So these are my compensators. Oh yeah, look at that one. That one's pretty crusty. Oh, that one's definitely crusty. Sorry about the light, guys. The best I can do. Anyway, so here's the point. These compensators get loaded up with. I can't even believe we're still shooting that one. You gonna cooperate with me? All right, let's see if I can do it this way. All right. Yeah, that guy is just absolutely. A lot of you will say, time to throw it away, right? Well, this one was just as bad. And if you take a look at that, you can see that is, there's a little bit up there, maybe a little bit on the inside walls. Been working on that for about an hour. Yeah, this one's pretty crusty. Oh yeah. So that one and that one. How about this guy? There goes the farm tractor. Oh yeah, he's got some good crust in him. So all these have, you know, a couple thousand rounds through them, and I've just cleaned them with hoppies. This is the one that's got 10,000 rounds through it. And a lot of people say, time to throw it away. So what did I find on the internet? Oh, the internet. I tell you, I love this light. This is my icon light. Love that light. Harbor Freight. Speaking of Harbor Freight, we went there and bought this ultrasonic cleaner. And I got to put a little bit more water in it. Give me a second here. Let me put this on pause if I can. So what are we up to today? Well, we're playing with chemistry. I'm never ever going to get those cleaned. I cannot believe this is like down to the factory finish. Very few spots left on it. This one was really bad. That's my first compensator I ever bought. So, God, I forgot his name already. He's on the internet. They're 10-year-old videos. I found him by accident. And he's got this ultrasonic cleaner, which I just picked up at Harbor Freight. And you play with some chemicals. You play with white distilled vinegar, and you play with hydrogen peroxide. And always wear gloves and safety glasses, which I'm wearing. And don't breathe this stuff because it's caustic. And make sure you're outside in a well-vented area. We are in the barn. As you can see, we are in the barn. So, what do? Get 6 ounces of water. I'm not sure if there's a right way or a wrong way. I'm going to put 6 ounces of white distilled vinegar in here. Like that exact scientist right there? That is exact science, baby. And then 6 ounces of hydrogen peroxide. Close enough. Put the lid back on that puppy. All right, stop playing around with my non-gloved hand. So that's called a hot mix. Peracetic acid now. Hydrogen peroxide and some white distilled vinegar. And that turns into peracetic acid. Peracetic acid eats lead. So all that crunchy stuff is going to go away. It'll probably take 15 to 20 hours, maybe longer. But if you put it in one of these bad boys, and it speeds it up into about 16 minutes. So the silver one that I just did, and that's freaking amazing. This is what came out of it. And if you look at the bottom of it, there is all the lead. So that's peracetic acid in there. You need a neutralizer. So this is water, baking soda, and I use Dawn dish soap. I use about a half a tablespoon or half a teaspoon of the dish soap, half a teaspoon of the baking soda, and about 6 ounces of water. And then this is just clean, pure RO water. So what you do is you put this bad boy right here in the peracetic acid, and you can leave it in there and let it soak, or you can put that container in the ultrasound cleaner, ultrasonic, and that speeds it up. And then you immediately bring it out, put it in a neutralizer. After you get it in a neutralizer, you get your brushes, clean all that out, soak it in the water. I run over to the air hose, give it a good blast. So that guy's amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and do these guys, especially the one that's got the 10,000 rounds through it and the damn holes almost clogged. It's probably not even safe to shoot this thing. Oh, by the way, I like tandem cross, which is what I got here. And these are all high grade construction aluminum. And this chemical batch will not hurt the finish on anything. So I'm going to open this real quick. I don't want to breathe it. I'm in a big 60 by 40 garage. Doors are open. I got my stainless steel forceps. And here we go. I'm going to put this guy in. Grab this guy right here. Put him in. And you can see that stuff is already going to town on that lead. And there's the one that really didn't need it. Now I'm going to close it up. Oh, you're going to be a butt. You know why it's being a butt? Because I only got one hand. If I had two hands, this would go perfectly. All right, I'm going to put the phone down. All right, got the lid closed. And just sitting there. It's already all cloudy. Super cloudy and nasty and icky looking. Make sure you put water in your ultrasonic cleaner because you'll burn it out if you don't, and that's not something you want to do. There's the lid. There's the lid. Hit the on button. This bad boy is going to start cleaning. And make sure you got your neutralizing dish soap, baking soda, and water, and then I'm using just straight RO. You can see some chunks of lead that came out of that first tandem cross, and that's what I'm hoping for this one. So this is something I'm going to have to do every time I go to the gun range, because that stuff is that's nasty. And incidentally, you're going to want to take care of that. So when you're done with the peracetic acid, I dump it in the glass jar, and then I dump the neutralizer in there, and I'm going to let that float down for 24 to 48 hours, and all the crap will be on the bottom. You can actually, since this is neutral, you can pull it back out and then just dispose of the lead at the hazmat place, which is what we're going to do. I'm going to let this run for 8 minutes. We'll be back. 85 seconds. It's almost ready. All right, we're down to the last 10 seconds. Is it going to go ding like the Easy Bake Susie Betty Crocker oven or whatever that thing was? It? Nope, just shuts off. All right, take the lid off. Nothing to worry, that is just regular distilled water in there. But still, I'm a glove guy. All right, here's the compensators. Bring them out here and just dry them off for a second. Get it over here so low. Turn my light on. So I'm going to have to leave this open a little bit longer than I'd like to because I'm working with one hand. So I'm going to grab You can already see how nasty that water is. That is pretty disgusting. Who are we going to grab first? There's somebody in there. There's somebody. Put him in the neutralizing. I want to find that silver one. There's another one. Put him over there. All we're trying to do, there's the silver one. Keep that guy out. I want to clean him. Oh, one more. Cover that stuff up. So you see how that lead is turned white? Now that'll brush out. Let me go ahead and get my brush going here. Brushed it, and all that junk just went in there. So you can still see there's still quite a bit of carbon in there, but nowhere near how much was in there when I first started. That was 4 minutes. I'm gonna run this for about 16 more. Let's take a look at that silver one. I didn't even brush this one, I just ran it in there. Let's see what this one looks like. I don't even know if you'd classify that as carbon. That's, oh, there's a little bit down there. Maybe a little bit. Am I going to worry about that? Nah. I'll just brush that through. You know what? I'll throw it in one more time with the rest of them because I'm going to run it again. But that is basically, there's just a little bit of carbon on the inside there. And I'm believing that the brush can't hit that when it goes through. But this one was clogged just as bad as the other one was. A little bit on the inside threads right there. Looks like where the barrel stops. That's probably pretty crunchy. I'll thread this on a different barrel and I'll break that stuff up. So with a little bit of distilled vinegar and some hydrogen peroxide making peracetic acid, Dawn dish soap, and you can use any dish soap, baking soda and water, and then I run my RO water right here because that way I won't get any water spots on this. And of course, you know, I'm gonna lubricate it before I put it back on anyway. But that's I've never done this before. I just learned about it, and you can see that's pretty crusty, but it's eating quite a bit of that lead off. You can use this for suppressors. I don't have any suppressors, but you can use it to clean suppressors also. That's it, guys. Stay safe, wear safety glasses, and wear gloves, and make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. And like I said, this is just, oh my God. Can I get that? That was just 4 minutes. Cover that back up. 4 minutes. I'm going to clean the rest of these guys, throw it in for another 4, and I'm going to make it a habit. Every time I go to the range, because they get about 400 to 500 rounds through them, I'm going to start putting them in here, and I should never have an issue again. Got it on sale. It's on sale right now. Harbor Freight. We'll see how long it lasts. They got a bigger one for twice the money. I might invest in that. I don't know. But that's my how to clean compensators and also suppressors, I guess. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Next week, we'll be at the Pew Pew place, and we're going to be getting those guys dirty again. Talk to you later. Have a great day. See ya.